Guess what, baby? We back. Okay, wait, hold on. Oh, no, you can't eat that up there. Dora's got her own treat. Go on, gotta eat it in front. Okay, I got my water. We back, baby, we back. Okay, y'all know I got some good shit coming if I'm this excited because look at this. Alright, this is bone marrow. And if you've been around here very long, I hope you know what that means. That means we're eating carnivore again. It's about time. I'm cooking some chicken thighs, and I'm about to get started on my supplements. So actually, I got this really cool stacker thing called Go Stack from ProMix. Yeah, they make protein shaker bottles. But these things are really fucking cool because they're obviously super mod, so however many I need to stack. So I've got these, and then I've got some for protein powder, and then I can just take it on the go. But because I take so many supplements for my mercury poisoning, this works out really great. Yeah, so midday is this container, plus I take not meds, but I take, oh no, that's the wrong one. These are my chelation medicine. I guess I didn't get anything ready for lunch because I usually have some in this stack, and it's already empty. So I take betaine, that's what this is. It's betaine for stomach acid, and I take enzymes and ox bile, one for ox bile. I also take TUDCA because my liver is not great, so I got 3 of those. Hold on. 3. Can't really show that 3. I'm not a professional. If you came here for professional shit, you probably should leave. Yeah, so this top stack is for eating. Bottom stack, that's for sleeping. That's nighttime. Middle stack, that's lunch. Bottom stack, dinner. Already had my breakfast. So in here, I've got vitamin E. I've got omega-3. I have B vitamins, folic acid. Actually, not folic acid. I have folinate, that's an important difference. I have milk thistle, taurine, choline, glutamine, glycine. I've got ACE, adrenal cortex extract. I also have vitamin C, molybdenum. Oh, that's what else I need for my meal. I add in selenium for the molybdenum. And I have like the worst pain right now, like down in my hip flexor today. It's just not playing nicely. Yeah, so I'm so excited. If you don't know, let me fill you in really briefly while my chicken is finishing up. It's been, I think, more than a year since I was able to do strict carnivore because I developed this weird reactive hyperglycemia, and like in the middle of the night I'd get up and like literally 4 liters or more of peeing every night and being super dehydrated and having just a whole bunch of complications trying to be strict carnivore, no carb. So then I flip-flopped and did, and I also wasn't digesting fat right, I kept vomiting it up. So I flip-flopped and did high carb, low no fat for about a year. And that, I mean, it wasn't ideal, but I survived. I lived to tell the tale. And then last month I started getting hypoglycemia, reactive hypoglycemia episodes. So a couple of hours after I would eat, all of a sudden my blood sugar would just tank and I'd be like shaking and all sorts of weird stuff. So and it'd be down below 60. So I my blood sugar, when I would test it, I figure I should fill in that gap. When I would use a little blood meter for my glucose, it would be down below 60, which is very low. And so I thought, well, maybe my body is just telling me it's done needing all this sugar. And I also started getting really bad bloating and like painful bloating. Like I looked pregnant and I just felt miserable. It would be so intense after a meal with any kind of carb in it. So I just kind of started playing around with, can I go back to strict carnivore? And it's been about a week, maybe a little bit more now. And so far, knock on wood, things are good. I mean, I'm even having a little bit of salt with my meals and not having I was having really bad reactions to any kind of salt with meals as well. So fingers crossed, we're through the mercury chelation enough to have addressed those issues, hopefully. I'm in a chelation round right now, day 2 of 3. So these are my chelation meds. Med. It's alpha lipoic acid, which a lot of people take as a supplement actually, but I have to take super low dose. So this is just 12.5 milligrams. I take one of those every 3 hours for 3 days around the clock. If I were to double that dose, which is still really low, like most over-the-counter bottles of alpha lipoic acid that's sold as a supplement is in the hundreds of milligrams. Like sometimes you can buy it like 600 milligrams, which is insane to me. And then I take it with the bottom stack is just vitamin C. So vitamin C helps mitigate some of the bad symptoms from the mercury being moved around when I'm taking chelators. So if I were to double my chelation dose to what it ends up being 25 milligrams, I would probably be non-functional. That little bit makes a huge difference. So I'm starting super low and then I'll work my way up over time. But that's where we're at. I'm super excited. Super excited. So we're gonna sit down and have a meal. Let me take my meds. It's been a really long time coming, you guys. Sometimes these go down easier than other days, and I have a feeling they're gonna go down kind of rough today. Ugh. So yeah, I just down them by the handful. I've been taking like handfuls of supplements since I was about 19, maybe even younger actually, every day. So you just get used to there's a trick. You got to get behind the middle part of your tongue with the water to swallow it down easy. If it's in the front of your tongue, forget about it. It's going to be a battle. So just FYI, y'all. We got chicken thighs. Yes, it's cooked. I'm not raw carnivore yet. I'm not back to raw carnivore. Like I said, it's a process. So I have been eating some raw meat here and there, but just not as my hard and fast rule all the time. The big thing for me is I lost so much weight being sick with the mercury that and you get filled up so fast when you're eating raw meat that I just don't want to put myself in a position where I can't eat enough during the day because I'm so satiated from it being raw. I do need as much help as I can get still. So it's been a really weird thing. I want to write up something about what I've been doing during this whole mercury process, because on the other side of this, as I'm getting better, I'm in the fittest shape of my life, you guys. I don't fully understand that. I'm only in the gym once a week usually, And I'm not doing anything intense when I'm in the gym. Like it's pretty low key, to be honest. I don't do any cardio. I don't do any fasting. And I was just saying to a really good friend the other day that, like, I think I have more muscle mass on me now, even as much weight as I lost, than I did before all of this when I was working out 6 or 7 days a week. So yeah, it's been an interesting process, but I think a lot of what I've been doing with protecting my liver in this process is significant for what I'm seeing with my overall fitness. Also, I started a Patreon for my art stuff and just kind of general more sharing. I keep getting shadow banned on Instagram for sharing just drawings. I'm so over it. So I've started a Patreon. I'll put a link in the description. Please consider following me there as well. I'm going to try to post as often as possible random stuff, process for artwork, carnivore stuff, ambulance life stuff. So, on my plate, what I've got: salt, chicken, a lot of bone marrow. I always eat the bone marrow raw. I never cook it because the whole point of it is the nutrition. Why would I cook the nutrients out? And once it's cooked, it's so rich for me, I can't eat that much. Dora's over here just like a little villain. I gave her a meat snack, but y'all know how she is. She is a bottomless pit. Yeah, touching on the like liver support stuff a little bit more. Like, no alcohol, no caffeine, no coffee, limiting as much as possible anything that has to go through the liver for detox. No herbs that detox or stress the liver. Like, I used to love roasted dandelion tea, and it's always billed as being, this great detox for the liver, but how it functions as detox is it actually stresses the liver. It puts more load on the liver. So little things like that, like really being aware of what different herbs do and minimizing the ones that put stress on the liver. I think we've all gotten in this really bad habit of just reading a headline or taking someone's word for something and being like, oh, that's the truth, without actually doing any research on our own. Or calling reading somebody's blog article research. Especially when like an article doesn't even cite its sources for information. That's not research. It's not. So it's good to get to the bottom of claims. I was actually really surprised. So yes, I talk while I'm eating, by the way. If you thought I was a prim and proper lady, I can play one, but this is just me. Anyways, I was really surprised. Netflix put out a thing about the blue zones, and so the blue zones are basically like the populations that live the longest, and then a diet created around that because they must be doing something right. But that whole concept was debunked a very long time ago because the author cherry picked all of his data and excluded a lot of regions that eat a lot of meat and still have long lifespans, like Hong Kong. So I'm constantly surprised still at how much information that has been disproven is shared as fact in mainstream. I don't know. It's really unfortunate because it means everybody has to become their own expert. They can't rely on common knowledge for anything. So a big reason why I also couldn't do strict carnivore is I was struggling with histamine intolerance. And knock on wood, I'm doing a lot better. But today I did notice that like my eyes were a little sensitive, my nose is running a little bit, and I've been eating a lot of cooked beef. So I might have to scale back on that for a couple of days or a week just to kind of keep things in check, keep my histamine low. But like things like this, like, okay, I'm cooking my chicken, but like this part is actually still pretty raw. I don't care. I don't care. Eat it. Eat the raw bits. Do it. Do it. More likely to get sick eating plants. Oh, that was a lot of fat in one bite. I'm still getting used to that. Oh, if you didn't know, fat is extraordinarily satiating. So if you try to just chomp down on like a big chunk of fat, it's pretty easy to make your body go, no, we're done. We're full. We're not hungry anymore. I did cut up a lot of bone marrow for this one. More than I was expecting to come out of the specific bones I picked. Oh, it's Steven. I'm gonna have to miss his call. I'll have to call him back when I'm done eating with y'all. Exciting. I go to an ayahuasca retreat soon in 10 days. I'm really excited. I've been planning this for a couple of months now. It's a 2-day retreat. Well, technically 3, I guess, sort of. So show up on a Friday, do a session that night, and then stay over, do a session the next day, stay over, go over integration the following morning, and then leave. So it's been a very long time. I've done DMT, but I have not done ayahuasca for more than a decade. It's so weird to think that way. I'm gonna be 40 in October, you guys. Is it weird that I'm excited to turn 40? Like, be in my 40s? Like, yeah. I'm 40. What? Just 3 pieces left, and then I'll let you guys go back to your day. If you made it this far at all. I was just excited to share this little milestone in my healing journey. Oh my goodness. This one's got a little bit too much fat on that side. It's like, so yes, I'm being picky on this front because since I've gotten sick, my aptitude for like getting grossed out on food and either not being able to finish it or just throwing it up after the fact has skyrocketed. So normally I just eat all the fat and all the gristle, like whether it was kind of hard or crunchy or chewy or whatever, like really didn't matter to me. I didn't get grossed out by it. But since getting sick, like any of that stuff, it was just like, whoa. Like that really fatty piece that I was eating, I had to close my eyes on it because I was like, don't think about it. Just hurry up and chew and swallow. Just get through it. Don't get grossed out. Don't do it. You can succeed today. Yeah, so it's not perfect. I mean, that's the thing, is like the things I'm doing to get better don't always look ideal or perfect right away. Sometimes it is a genuine struggle just to get through it, but I do it or try to do it anyways. I think it's really important, like, to pay attention to that. And as an individual, is if you want to accomplish something specific, like I want to heal, I want to be healthy, it would be easy enough for me to just be like, oh, I'm really sick and nobody will teach me how to get better. There's nobody around that I can hire to fix this issue or that sort of thing, and then just languish in helplessness. Or to say, oh, the process is too difficult or it's going to take too long, and I'm going to be like, the things I would have to go through to get better are going to make me worse in the process, and it's not worth it to me. I'm too afraid of getting worse, so I'm just not going to try it at all. I'd rather be at this level of bad rather than risk going down even further before getting better. But it's worth those difficulties to do anything, whether it's recovering your health or getting better at work or pursuing something that you love, a passion or a hobby. Like okay, here's an example with my artwork, is there's a lot of times where I just draw stuff and it's horrible. It's dog shit. I mean, not everything I make is this amazing, gonna be world famous art. Like that isn't it. But you have to be willing to risk getting worse in the process in order to get better, even if it's your health. Or maybe especially if it's your health. So, yeah. That's all I've got. That's it. Anything else? Let's see. 1, 2, 3. It's almost 1. My next chelation round is 2. And then, yeah, 2 and 5 and yada yada yada, onward through the night. And I have one more night, and then sometime tomorrow early or late morning I'll be done with my chelation round. And these bags, like, I do get up every 3 hours through the night to take my chelation. This is not from sleep deprivation. These come up, and if you notice them in other people, they're a telltale sign of liver stress. So when I do chelation, my liver is really stressed, which is why I take a whole container. Like, I take these 3 times a day. I'm taking all the supplements I mentioned in the beginning of the video 3 times a day, every day, just to support my liver. And even then, it's really stressed. I'm looking at adding artichoke extract and DGL, which is licorice extract, to further help my liver. Hopefully I'll tolerate them. So we'll find out if I get better or worse or stay the same. And yeah, and then once I'm off chelation, these slowly go away. But those are always a giveaway. Or when I used to be more sensitive, I think, to chemicals. I still am, like especially fragrances, chemical fragrances, and like laundry detergent, dryer sheets, air fresheners, things like that I'm really sensitive to still. And but I used to be more, and so whenever I'd be in any kind of environment where there's any kind of chemicals, I would get these really bad. And it's from what I've found out, it's related to having your liver detox pathways, path 1 and 2, are moving at the wrong pace. Either one's moving slow or one's moving too fast, or both. And that leads to multiple chemical sensitivities. So it's gotten better, especially with all these supplements, but I still get them some once in a while if I'm around a lot of chemicals for a day or so. Anyways, that's my little diatribe, my little rabbit hole on that. And yeah, I'll let you guys go. Thanks for joining me. I'm excited. I'm eating meat again. Ciao.